Hi, it's Izabella Miko, and I am sending all the members of YouNxt lots of love from Los Angeles. I came to America when I was 15. I came to New York. I got a scholarship to dance with the School of American Ballet. So I came out and danced there for 2.5 years and then got injured and had to come up with another thing to do in my life. So I went back to Poland, got a movie over there, just sort of as something to do, and then came back to New York, studied at Lee Strasberg Theater Institute for about 2 years, and about 6 years ago, I think it's about 6 years ago, I decided, just to move to LA because it was just getting really annoying. All my meetings were here, and so but I go back to New York a lot. This town really allows me to fulfill my dreams, to work as an actor, as a producer, and do my foundation work as well. And at the same time, on the weekends, enjoy the outdoors and go outside and go hiking, go swimming, go surfing, horseback riding. It's phenomenal, and the weather is beautiful. And I really grew up with a very rich cultural life in Poland as an artist because I was a dancer. So, I grew up around arts. And then in New York. Now, Los Angeles, yeah, it's different. Just because you have to make an effort in Los Angeles, you have to get out of your house, go in your car, and then go see a play, go to an art gallery or something. You have to make an effort. It's not in your face. You have to make an effort to meet new people. Whereas in New York or anywhere else, you walk around. You meet people just because you're outside. So it's a very, very different lifestyle, and one that basically requires effort. Do I miss home as far as Poland? Of course, because my whole family is over there. So, the fact that I'm not seeing my brother's kids grow up and I don't see them every week is really, really sad. But I do go back about 4 times a year, so I do see them a lot. I feel like sometimes I actually see my family more than some people, some adults anyway. I speak to my mom 3 times a day, speak to my dad a couple of times a week. But my life is here, and I love my life here as well. I have absolutely no regrets. I'm very happy that I was able to move, that my mom let me go when I was 15 because I'm living a life that I always wanted to live. It's an insane amount of work. I mean, to do what we do as actors who are working here is insane. I mean, in terms of stress and rejection and every day, just stuff happening and falling apart, and it's horrendous. Like, you have to have the thickest skin on the planet. So it's very hard, but I've managed, and it took me a couple of years to really manage to learn to separate myself as in, Izabella the actress Izabella and Izabella the person Izabella. So, if I don't get a part, or I don't know, someone doesn't like my audition or my movie, I'm like, all right, they don't like Izabella the actress. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with me as a person. So I don't really get depressed. It's like moving on, next step will do better. It's, you work really, really hard, but especially if you do other things like I do, which is, half of my life is my foundation, and now the business with the candles and products. And I mean, it's a whole other life that I have that really fulfills all the spots sort of that, sometimes are left behind when you're just acting and you're just waiting for someone to call you. I had a launch party for Miko and in Los Angeles, and I hired a company that was doing my candles for the event, and they approached me, and they were like an eco company to begin with, and then they approached me and they said, hey, do you want to develop your own candle? And it was like, in the beginning it was like, oh, like a simple idea. Yeah. They said, we have a coconut butter wax. It's a new wax. You put it on your skin as a moisturizer. It would be great if your company would do it. I'm like, okay. And I started meeting with them and started doing samples. First, I was doing samples of the actual scents because there are 2 scents. And I thought, this would be a great way to make money for the foundation because I sponsor my own foundation. I put my own money into it. I wanted to find a creative way of raising money without going to people and asking for money. But like, look, I'm giving you a product. This product is amazing. And hey, you're contributing to the planet when you buy the candle. My mom is a businesswoman. She used to be an actress, but she owns her own business. She's extremely smart. She's a great investor. She knows how to invest. I was always very, very logical, and I like the business. I actually like the business side of show business. That's why I want to produce, because I like the money portion. I like connecting people. I like raising money. It doesn't scare me. I actually get very excited, and I actually have fun with it. So it's overwhelming at times, but this is also an outlet for me because it's just when you act, there's only one side of the brain that works. And when you have the other side of the brain that's really active and is not being used, you go crazy. So now with the business and the acting, I get to use both sides of my brain, which makes me balance. Some people need to be motivated. Some people need to be like woken up, like, oh, I don't need that. I have way too much ambition and motivation to begin with for one person, and I have too much energy. When everyone goes to sleep, I still work, I still send emails. So I don't need sort of the push. What I need, like my sort of type A personality, what I need is letting go of like letting it happen instead of like really, really focusing and sort of obsessing about the result. So I always say, and I say to myself when I get stressed out sometimes, is let go and let God. I mean, this is, some people, whatever religion they have, but it's like if you just go, let go and let God. If you just let that energy, you do everything you're supposed to do, and then you leave it. And don't try to judge the result, because the minute you kind of give air into that space, this sort of spiritual solutions will come. All of a sudden things get resolved. When you're angry, depressed, obsessive about something, especially in like a crisis situation, people get there's no room for any help, any sort of spiritual help that could come and fix it. So it's almost like being outside of it, like it's happening but it's not happening to you, and being able to just stand outside and look at it. But it's hard because we get so invested and we put so much work into something, and it's hard to just let go. Well, it's gonna sound very cliche, but like Oprah, I think she's like amazing. She just didn't care. She just kept going, going, going. It wasn't good. Like her career was up and down. People were going into her personal life and scrutinizing her, and she just kept going. And she found a way to be extremely relatable. It's like an icon for me. She's amazing. She's so smart. She's such a good spirit. It's a person that kind of, I'm like, wow, I really would like to be able to build an empire while making a difference in the world, because she makes a huge difference in the world. And I think that's my number one goal. I want to leave this world saying like, wow, look at this, what I did here. Like I did some good. The person that's like that I met was Peter Gabriel, who the guy is looking into your eyes as he speaks to you and asks you the most, like he remembered, I've known him for a couple of years, and he remembered last time when I saw him, I was going off to do some movie, and he asked me about that movie. I'm like, how the hell does he remember? He just focuses. He's also very spiritual, so he's very grounded, and I really want to be that way one day. I mean, I'm still like young and like all over the place, and I just need to center myself, and that's something I work on every single day, meditating and really trying to consciously relax. But it's a great skill to have, and Oprah definitely has it. It's just she makes you feel like at that moment when you speak to her, nobody else exists, which is what a wonderful feeling to have, just with anyone, to be able to make someone feel that way.